If you're somewhere between the ages of 65 and 80, and you can still accomplish the following 8 simple feats, well, my friend, you are not just aging gracefully. You are a true marvel. Your chances of blowing out 100 birthday candles are significantly higher than you might dare to imagine. Longevity isn't some magical lottery win based purely on luck or your family's history. No, it's about the little things, the seemingly insignificant actions you perform every single day, often without even a second thought to their profound impact. So many folks out there just assume that getting older means an inevitable slide downhill, a sad decline in all your abilities. But that, my friends, is simply not the whole picture. The glorious truth is that some extraordinary individuals maintain their strength, their flexibility, and that razor-sharp mental acuity far beyond what most people would ever expect. They move with the ease of someone decades younger, stay vibrantly engaged in life, and hold on to abilities that leave many others their age struggling with even the simplest tasks. These are the remarkable people who often live not just longer lives, but lives brimming with joy and vitality. In this video, we're about to delve into 8 crucial things that truly set you apart. If you can still do these things, you are absolutely on the right track for a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Some of these might even surprise you, but each one is a powerful beacon illuminating the path to longevity. Stick with me until the very end, because the last one, well, it's something that few people ever consider, yet it plays an absolutely pivotal role in determining not just how long you live, but how well you live those precious years. Now, before we dive in, if you haven't already joined our wonderful community, I wholeheartedly recommend you hit that subscribe button right now and ring that little notification bell. That way, you won't miss a single video packed with insights like these. And hey, if you're enjoying this video right now, please type a big, bold one in the comments below. If, for some reason, it's not hitting the mark for you, type a 0. Your feedback is invaluable in helping me create even better videos, just for you. Alright, enough preamble. Let's get started. Sign number 1, you can rise from a chair without using your hands. One of the most telling signs of longevity isn't how fast you can sprint a mile or how much weight you can hoist at the gym. No, it's something far more fundamental, something you probably do multiple times a day without even thinking about it. If you can still stand up from a seated position in a regular chair without needing to push off with your hands for support, that, my friends, is a rock-solid indicator of your overall physical health, your impeccable balance, and your underlying muscle strength. And even more importantly, it's one of the absolute best predictors of how long you'll be able to maintain your precious independence as you age. Now, let's be honest, muscle loss happens to all of us as we get older. It's a natural part of the aging process. But the critical question is how much we lose and how quickly we lose it. That, my friends, depends largely on how we choose to use our bodies every single day. The simple act of being able to stand up from a chair using only the power of your legs is a testament to your strong lower body muscles, your excellent balance, and your solid core stability. If you find yourself needing to push off with your hands, or if you have to lean forward dramatically just to get yourself upright, well, that's a gentle nudge, a little red flag perhaps, indicating that your leg strength might be on the decline. Take a moment right now and think back to the last time you stood up from a seated position. Did you do it with effortless grace, or did you feel like you needed that little extra boost, that helping hand? You see, many people don't even realize they're gradually losing strength until something seemingly small, like struggling to stand up from a low armchair, becomes undeniably noticeable. Consider someone like Michael, age 77. He had always been a man of action, always on the go. But one day, he had a startling realization: standing up from his favorite recliner just wasn't as easy as it used to be. He found himself instinctively pushing off with his hands. At first, he dismissed it, thinking, oh well, it's just part of getting older. But when his insightful doctor gently explained that leg strength is actually one of the biggest factors in preventing those nasty falls that can have such devastating consequences, Michael decided right then and there to start incorporating some simple exercises into his daily routine to regain that lost strength. And you know what? Within just a few short months, he was standing up effortlessly once again. And even more importantly, he felt stronger, more stable, and brimming with a newfound confidence in his movements. The reason this seemingly simple ability matters so profoundly is that lower body strength is directly and inextricably linked to your overall mobility and balance. Weak legs, unfortunately, translate to a higher risk of falls, and falls, tragically, are one of the leading causes of injury-related complications in older adults. So, if you can still rise from a chair without relying on your hands, that means your legs are still strong enough to support you, your balance is still remarkably good, and your coordination is still sharp as a tack. All of these are key indicators, bright shining lights on the path to a long and healthy life. And listen to this, if you've noticed that you do need to use your hands to push off, please don't despair. Strength can be rebuilt at any age. Simple exercises like gentle squats, seated leg lifts, and standing hill raises can work wonders in restoring the muscle strength you need to maintain this crucial ability. The real secret, my friends, is consistency. Small, deliberate efforts each and every day will lead to truly big results over time. So, the very next time you stand up from a chair, take a conscious moment to pay attention to how you do it. If you can do it with ease and grace, that's a wonderful sign that you are in far better shape than you might even realize. It's a small, everyday action, but it speaks volumes about your long-term health and vitality. Sign number 2, you can walk at a brisk pace without feeling winded. One of the most telling and powerful indicators of longevity isn't just how far you can walk. No, it's how fast you can do it. If you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still walk at a brisk, purposeful pace without getting noticeably out of breath, well, my friend, you are in a truly rare and enviable category. You see, walking speed is directly and scientifically linked to your lifespan. Numerous studies have shown that people who maintain a strong, confident walking pace tend to live longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. This isn't just about being generally in shape, although that certainly helps. It's a profound reflection of your underlying cardiovascular health, the efficiency of your lung function, your muscle endurance, and your overall vitality. Walking at a steady, confident pace sends a clear signal that your heart is strong enough to pump blood efficiently throughout your body, your lungs are effectively supplying the oxygen you need, and your muscles have the stamina to keep you moving with purpose. Take a moment and think about how you walk when you head out for a stroll. Do you move with a sense of purpose and energy, or do you find yourself slowing down more than you used to? Do you need to stop and catch your breath after walking just a short distance? A noticeably slower walking pace can be one of the very earliest subtle signs of declining health, and it often happens so gradually that people don't even consciously notice it creeping in. Consider someone like Tom, age 74. He had always been an active man, enjoyed his daily walks in the park. But he started to realize, almost imperceptibly at first, that his usual routes were taking him longer to complete. Initially, he just chalked it up to taking it easy, but then he noticed something else. His breathing felt heavier, more strained, when he climbed even a single flight of stairs. That's when it hit him he needed to pay closer attention to his walking speed. He started timing himself over short distances, making a conscious effort to maintain a steady, brisk pace without letting himself get winded. And guess what? Over time, he not only improved his endurance but also regained a youthful spring in his step and felt years younger. Walking isn't just about getting from point A to point B, it's a powerful reflection of your overall health and well-being. A strong, steady pace means your cardiovascular system is working like a well-oiled machine, your muscles are staying actively engaged, and your balance remains sharp and reliable. And beyond the obvious physical advantages, walking also profoundly supports your brain function, helping to keep your memory sharp and actively reducing the risk of cognitive decline. If you're not quite sure where you currently stand, try the simple little test: walk at your normal, comfortable pace for about 30 feet. Then, pick up the speed, as if you were hurrying to catch an elevator door just before it closes. If you can do this comfortably, without feeling short of breath or unsteady on your feet, that's a fantastic sign. But if you find yourself feeling winded or unsteady, it might be a good time to gently start working on improving your endurance. And here's the wonderful news: improving your walking speed doesn't require grueling, intense workouts. Simply incorporating regular walks into your routine, focusing on maintaining good posture, and making a conscious effort to increase your pace just a little bit each time can make a huge difference. Even small improvements in your walking speed can potentially add precious years to your life. So, the next time you go for a walk, pay close attention to how fast you're moving. If you're still walking at a brisk, confident pace, that's an incredible sign that your body is functioning exceptionally well and that you are firmly on the path to a long and healthy life. If you're still with me, still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep moving forward to our next crucial sign. Sign number 3, you can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Balance, it's one of those fundamental abilities that most people tend to take completely for granted until they start to feel it slipping away. But the absolute truth is that your ability to maintain your balance, even for just a few fleeting seconds, is an incredibly powerful indicator of just how well your body is navigating the aging process. If you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and can still confidently stand on one foot for at least 10 full seconds without wobbling or needing to grab onto something, well, my friend, you are in truly excellent shape. In fact, numerous scientific studies have unequivocally shown that balance is directly and significantly linked to longevity. And those remarkable individuals who maintain their good balance well into their later years tend to live longer, healthier, and more independent lives. Good balance isn't just about preventing those dreaded falls, although that's certainly a major benefit. It's also a clear sign that your intricate nervous system, your muscles, and your reflexes are all working together in perfect harmony, like a finely tuned orchestra. When you stand on just one foot, you are actively engaging multiple complex systems within your body. Your vision, your inner ear, and your proprioception, that's your body's amazing ability to sense its position and movement in space, all play crucial roles. If any one of these vital systems starts to decline, balance is often one of the very first things to suffer. Take a moment and think back to the last time you put on a sock while standing up. Were you able to stay steady and secure, or did you instinctively need to lean against something for support? A subtle change in your balance can creep up on you so gradually, so imperceptibly, that many people don't even realize they're losing stability until a sudden stumble or a near fall catches them completely off guard. Consider someone like David, age 76. He had always considered himself to be fairly active and steady on his feet. But one day, while getting dressed, he had a disconcerting realization: balancing on one foot to pull on his pants felt noticeably harder than it used to. He initially dismissed it as just a momentary lapse, but when he intentionally tried standing on one foot, he could barely hold the position for more than a couple of seconds before feeling like he was about to tip over. That was his personal wake-up call. He immediately started incorporating simple balance exercises into his daily routine, and within just a few weeks, he noticed a remarkable difference not just in his physical stability, but also in his overall confidence when moving around. Balance is, without a doubt, one of the most reliable predictors of your risk of falling. And as you probably already know, falls are a leading cause of serious injury and hospitalization, especially among older adults. The stronger your balance, the significantly lower your chances of experiencing a life-altering fall. If you're curious about where you stand right now, try the simple little test. Stand near a kitchen counter or some other sturdy surface that you can quickly grab onto if needed. Gently lift one foot completely off the ground and see if you can comfortably hold your balance for a full 10 seconds. If you can do this with ease and confidence, that's a fantastic sign that your body's balance mechanisms are still working incredibly well. If not, please don't be discouraged. Balance is a skill that can absolutely be improved with simple, consistent exercises, such as standing hill raises, gentle side leg lifts, and even just practicing shifting your weight slowly from one foot to the other. The key is to practice a little bit each day to keep your coordination sharp and your balance reliable. Maintaining good balance isn't just about staying steady on your feet in the present moment. It's about safeguarding your precious independence for many years to come. The stronger your balance, the more confidently and safely you can navigate your daily life without the constant fear of falling or losing your mobility. So, the next time you find yourself standing in line at the grocery store or brushing your teeth, try a little balancing act. See if you can comfortably stand on one foot for a few seconds. If you can do it with ease, take it as a strong and encouraging sign that your body is working well and that you are firmly on the track to a long and healthy life. Sign number 4, you can get down on the floor and back up without assistance. One of the most profound and strongest indicators of true longevity isn't just about raw strength or sheer endurance. No, it's about something more fundamental, your overall mobility. If you can still gracefully lower yourself all the way down to the floor and then, with equal grace and without needing to grab onto furniture or another person, push yourself back up to a standing position, my friend, you possess a major advantage over many people your age. This seemingly simple ability is a direct and powerful reflection of your flexibility, your underlying muscle strength, your coordination, and your overall mobility, all of which play absolutely critical roles in maintaining your precious independence as you gracefully age. Sadly, many older adults start to consciously avoid getting down on the floor altogether. They worry, often with good reason, that once they're down there, they simply won't be able to get back up again. But here's the crucial point, the very moment you stop using certain fundamental movements, your body starts to lose the ability to perform them. Being able to lower yourself down to the floor and then powerfully push yourself back up again signifies that your legs, your core muscles, and your upper body are still working together in perfect synchronization, something that, unfortunately, becomes increasingly rare after the age of 65. Take a moment and think back to the last time you accidentally dropped something on the floor. Did you hesitate, even for a split second, before bending down to pick it up? Did you feel completely comfortable getting all the way down to the ground, or did it feel like a significant struggle, a major undertaking? These seemingly small, everyday moments often reveal far more about our true mobility than we might consciously realize. Consider someone like Robert, age 78. He had never really given much thought to the simple act of getting on the floor until one day, his young grandson eagerly wanted to play a board game, right there on the living room rug. Robert hesitated, not because he didn't want to play, but because a wave of uncertainty washed over him. He simply wasn't sure if he could comfortably get back up again without assistance. That was the moment he realized he needed to actively work on his overall mobility. He started practicing slow, controlled movements, gentle squats, kneeling exercises, and consciously pushing himself back up using the strength of his own legs instead of instinctively reaching for nearby furniture. And you know what? Over time, he not only regained the ability to get down and up with surprising ease, but even more importantly, he felt a renewed sense of confidence in his body's capabilities and in his ability to move freely. The ability to get up from the floor without any help is actually one of the strongest predictors of longevity that researchers have identified. Studies have found that older adults who struggle with this seemingly simple movement are significantly more likely to experience limitations in their mobility later in life. Why is this so important? Because it signals a potential overall physical decline, perhaps weakening muscles, reduced flexibility in the joints, and compromised balance. On the other hand, those who maintain this fundamental ability tend to remain more active, more independent, and remarkably resilient as they age. If you're curious about your own current ability, try the simple test: stand near a sturdy chair for safety. Then, slowly and deliberately lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Now, see if you can get back up to a standing position without grabbing onto anything for support. If you can do that with relative ease and confidence, that's a fantastic sign that your muscles and joints are still functioning exceptionally well. If you find yourself struggling, please don't be discouraged. Mobility is something that can absolutely be improved with consistent daily stretching, incorporating gentle strength exercises into your routine, and simply practicing those controlled movements that mimic getting up from a low position. Maintaining this fundamental ability isn't just about convenience, although it certainly makes life easier. It's about staying truly self-sufficient. If you ever need to get down to reach something, tie your shoes, or even catch yourself after a stumble, having the inherent strength and coordination to recover on your own can make all the difference in preventing a more serious injury. So, the next time you find yourself consciously avoiding the floor, ask yourself honestly, is it because you're uncomfortable with the thought of not being able to get back up? If you can still perform this movement with relative ease and confidence, take it as a powerful and encouraging sign that your body is aging well and that you are firmly on the right path to a long, healthy, and independent life. If you're still captivated by these insights and finding them truly valuable, please comment with the number 4 below to let me know you're still with me. Now, let's keep this momentum going and move on to our 5th vital sign. Sign number 5, you can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. Strength. It's not just about pumping iron and lifting heavy weights at the gym. It's fundamentally about being able to handle the everyday tasks of life with relative ease and comfort. If you can still comfortably carry a full grocery bag, laden with your weekly essentials, without feeling like you're about to strain something or drop it, well, you are in far better shape than many people your age. The ability to lift and carry objects comfortably is a strong and reliable indicator of your underlying muscle strength, your endurance, and your overall functional fitness, all of which contribute significantly to a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Many people tend to underestimate just how important their grip strength and upper body endurance are until they start to feel them declining. Think about it: carrying groceries into the house, effortlessly opening a stubborn jar of pickles, or even simply lifting your suitcase into the overhead compartment on an airplane. These seemingly simple tasks require more than just arm strength. They also actively involve your shoulders, your back, and your core muscles. And here's a fascinating fact: numerous studies have actually shown that grip strength, in particular, is one of the most accurate predictors of longevity. Those individuals with stronger grips tend to live longer and healthier lives, while those who struggle with basic lifting tasks are unfortunately more likely to experience declines in their overall mobility and general health. Take a moment and think back to the last time you brought your groceries home from the store. Did you pick up those bags without even a second thought, or did you feel like you had to pause, carefully assess the weight, and perhaps even shift things around to avoid straining yourself? Do you ever find yourself instinctively asking for help with carrying everyday objects that once felt completely effortless? These small, seemingly insignificant changes often happen so gradually that people don't even consciously notice them at first. Consider someone like Andrew, age 75. He had always prided himself on his independence and his ability to handle things on his own. But one day, after a routine grocery run, he had a disheartening realization: he was really struggling to carry those bags up the few steps to his front porch. It wasn't that the bags were unusually heavy. His body had simply lost some of the inherent strength he once possessed. That's when he made a conscious decision to start incorporating some simple strength exercises into his daily routine, specifically focusing on his arms, his shoulders, and his grip strength. And the amazing thing was, within just a few short months, not only was he carrying his groceries with ease once again, but he also noticed that his overall energy levels had improved, and those everyday tasks that used to feel tiring now seemed much more manageable. The good news is that maintaining your strength doesn't require intense weightlifting sessions or grueling workouts at the gym. Even small, consistent efforts, like regularly squeezing a rubber ball to improve your grip strength, lifting light head weights while you watch television, or even doing simple push-ups against the kitchen counter, can go a long way in preserving your muscle mass and preventing unnecessary physical decline. The key, as always, is consistency. Just a few minutes of targeted strength-based movement each day can make a huge difference in the long run. Comfortably carrying your groceries, effortlessly lifting household objects, and holding on to things with a sense of confidence isn't just about convenience. It's fundamentally about maintaining your independence and your quality of life. When your muscles are strong and reliable, you're far less likely to experience debilitating fatigue, nagging weakness, or frustrating injuries. And most importantly, you'll be able to continue handling your daily activities on your own, without hesitation or the need for constant assistance. So, the next time you lift a grocery bag, take a moment to pay attention to how it feels in your hands and in your body. If you can carry it with relative ease and a sense of strength, take it as a strong and encouraging sign that your body is aging well and that you are firmly on the track to a long, active, and fulfilling life. Sign number 6, you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs, they might seem like a simple, everyday challenge, something we often don't even think twice about. But they are, in fact, one of the most revealing and fundamental tests of your physical endurance, the health of your heart, and the strength of your lower body. If you can still confidently climb a standard flight of stairs, say, about 10 to 12 steps without needing to stop halfway to catch your breath or feeling excessively winded at the top, well, my friend, you are doing far better than most people your age, and you have a truly strong indicator of longevity firmly on your side. Climbing stairs requires a remarkable combination of several key physical attributes. Your balance needs to be sharp and reliable, your leg muscles need the power and strength to propel you upward against gravity, and your heart and lungs need to work efficiently to keep a steady flow of oxygen pumping through your body. Additionally, your overall coordination needs to be on point to ensure you maintain your footing and navigate each step safely. If any one of these crucial systems starts to decline, even subtly, climbing stairs will become noticeably more difficult and tiring. Take a moment and think back to the last time you went up a flight of stairs. Did you feel strong, steady, and in control, or did you find yourself instinctively pausing midway, perhaps feeling a little lightheaded or winded? Sadly, many people don't even realize their physical endurance is gradually fading until they start actively avoiding stairs altogether, opting for the convenience of elevators or escalators instead. But here's the crucial point, that very avoidance only exacerbates the problem, leading to even more muscle loss in your legs and a further reduction in your overall stamina over time. Consider someone like Edward, age 73. He used to take the stairs without even a second thought, bounding up them with ease. But over time, almost without realizing it, he started making small adjustments to his routine. He found himself choosing the elevator more often, consciously avoiding certain buildings where he knew there were stairs, or simply walking up them at a much slower, more labored pace. He didn't think much of it, attributing it to just getting older, until one day he absolutely had to climb a short flight of stairs at a friend's house. By the time he reached the top, he was completely out of breath, his heart was pounding in his chest, and he felt utterly exhausted. That was his personal wake-up call. He realized he needed to take action. He began consciously choosing the stairs whenever possible, starting slowly and gradually building up his endurance, one step at a time. And you know what? Within just a few weeks, he noticed a remarkable change. His legs felt stronger and more resilient, his breathing improved significantly, and climbing stairs no longer felt like a daunting challenge. The ability to climb stairs with relative ease is a direct reflection of the health and efficiency of your heart. In fact, doctors often use stair climbing as a quick and effective assessment of a person's cardiovascular fitness. If you can ascend a flight of stairs without feeling excessively winded or exhausted, it's a strong indication that your heart and lungs are still working efficiently, which is a fantastic predictor of your long-term health. If you're curious about your own current ability, try the simple test: find a staircase with at least 10 steps. Walk up at a steady, deliberate pace, and pay close attention to how you feel when you reach the top. If you can do this without needing to stop and without feeling excessively winded or lightheaded, that's a truly fantastic sign. If you find yourself struggling, please don't be discouraged. This is definitely something you can improve with consistent effort. Simply incorporating stair climbing into your daily routine more often, focusing on maintaining a brisk walking pace in general, and doing some simple leg strengthening exercises can all help rebuild the endurance you need to keep stairs from feeling like an insurmountable obstacle. Maintaining the ability to climb stairs isn't just about physical strength. It's fundamentally about preserving your independence and your overall quality of life. If you can still navigate stairs with confidence and ease, it means your heart is strong, your muscles are active and engaged, and your energy levels are robust, all telltale signs that you are firmly on the track to a long and healthy life. If you're still finding these insights valuable and you're still with me, please comment with the number 6 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's keep this momentum going and move on to our 7th crucial sign. Sign number 7, you can remember recent conversations and events clearly. While physical health is undeniably a key factor in living a long and fulfilling life, cognitive health is every bit as important, if not more so. If you can consistently recall recent conversations you've had, remember people's names without significant effort, and generally stay mentally sharp and engaged in your daily life, well, my friend, you possess one of the strongest and most reliable predictors of a long and fulfilling life. Your memory and your overall brain function don't just reflect your intelligence. They are powerful indicators of the overall health of your brain, the efficiency of your circulation, and the proper functioning of your entire nervous system. As we gracefully age, it's perfectly natural to experience occasional moments of forgetfulness, perhaps misplacing your car keys or briefly struggling to recall a specific word. But there's a significant and crucial difference between these minor, fleeting lapses and a noticeable, persistent decline in your cognitive abilities. If you are still able to actively engage in deep and meaningful conversations, vividly recall recent events and experiences, and keep track of your daily tasks and appointments without much difficulty, well, you are in far better cognitive shape than many people your age. Take a moment to reflect on your typical day. Do you often find yourself struggling to remember what you had for breakfast just a few hours ago, or can you easily recall specific details from a conversation you had with a friend yesterday? Are you still able to readily learn new information, effectively solve problems that arise, and maintain your focus on complex tasks that require mental concentration? These seemingly small, everyday signs can tell you a great deal about the underlying health and vitality of your precious brain. Consider someone like Charles, age 79. He had observed that while many of his peers were starting to experience noticeable struggles with memory loss and cognitive decline, he still felt remarkably mentally sharp. He could effortlessly recall specific details from conversations that had taken place weeks prior, solve challenging crossword puzzles with relative ease, and even keep up with the ever-evolving world of new technology. What he didn't fully realize was that his consistent daily habits, his love of reading, his active engagement in social activities, and his conscious efforts to regularly challenge his brain with stimulating activities were actively keeping his mind strong, resilient, and functioning at a high level. You see, the brain is much like a muscle. It requires regular exercise and stimulation to stay in peak condition. People who make a habit of reading daily, actively engage in strategy games like chess or Sudoku, consistently learn new skills or hobbies, or participate in stimulating and thought-provoking conversations tend to maintain their cognitive function at a much higher level and for a significantly longer period compared to those who don't actively engage their minds. Furthermore, staying socially active plays an absolutely huge role in maintaining optimal brain health. Social isolation and a lack of meaningful engagement with others can unfortunately accelerate cognitive decline, while frequent and positive interactions with family, friends, or community groups help to keep the mind sharp, alert, and connected. If you want to get a quick sense of your own current mental sharpness, try this simple little exercise. Try to vividly recall what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago, including as many details as possible. Or, try memorizing a short list of 5 or 6 unrelated words and then attempting to repeat them back to yourself a few minutes later. If these types of mental recall feel relatively easy and straightforward for you, that's a wonderful sign that your cognitive function is still strong and healthy. If you find them challenging, please don't be discouraged. There are actually plenty of enjoyable and effective ways to keep your brain sharp and actively improve your cognitive function. Engaging in regular reading, learning new skills or languages, participating in social activities and stimulating conversations, and even incorporating regular physical exercise, particularly walking, can all have a profoundly positive impact on your brain function and help to slow down the natural process of cognitive decline. A sharp and reliable memory isn't just about convenience, although it certainly makes daily life much easier. It's fundamentally about maintaining your overall quality of life and your precious independence. When your brain stays strong and healthy, you can continue to make important decisions for yourself, actively engage in meaningful conversations with loved ones, and fully enjoy all the richness and beauty that life has to offer. So, if you can still effortlessly recall details and stay actively engaged mentally, you possess one of the most powerful and reassuring indicators of a long and vibrant life. Sign number 8, you wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. Now, we come to perhaps one of the most often overlooked, yet incredibly powerful, indicators of true longevity, the quality of your sleep. If you're somewhere between the ages of 65 and 80 and you still consistently wake up in the morning feeling genuinely rested, refreshed, and truly ready to embrace the day ahead, well, my friend, you possess a major advantage over many people your age. You see, good, restorative sleep is one of the strongest and most fundamental predictors of your long-term health and well-being. It profoundly affects virtually every aspect of your being, from the health of your heart and the optimal functioning of your brain to the strength of your immune system and your overall energy levels throughout the day. As we gracefully age, our sleep patterns naturally tend to shift. Many seniors unfortunately struggle with falling asleep easily, staying asleep soundly throughout the night, or find themselves waking up too early in the morning and then feeling tired and sluggish throughout the entire day. However, if you are still consistently getting quality rest, meaning you fall asleep relatively easily, sleep deeply and uninterruptedly, wake up feeling truly refreshed and revitalized, and maintain a sense of alertness and focus during the daytime hours, it's a clear and encouraging sign that your body is functioning remarkably well and is effectively repairing and rejuvenating itself properly each and every night. Take a moment and think about how you typically wake up in the morning. Do you feel energized and genuinely ready to take on the day's challenges and joys, or do you often feel groggy, sluggish, and as though you simply didn't get enough truly restful sleep? Many people mistakenly assume that poor sleep is just an inevitable part of the aging process, something they simply have to accept. But while some subtle changes in sleep patterns are indeed normal as we age, consistently waking up feeling utterly exhausted can actually be a sign of underlying health issues, such as poor circulation, hormonal imbalances, or even undiagnosed sleep disorders like sleep apnea. Consider someone like Peter, age 74. He used to sleep soundly through the entire night without any problems. But as he got older, he started waking up multiple times during the night, feeling restless and unable to fall back asleep easily. He also found himself needing frequent naps during the day just to get by. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just part of getting older. But after making a few simple lifestyle adjustments, such as sticking to a consistent bedtime routine, reducing his screen time in the hours leading up to bed, and creating a relaxing and calming nighttime ritual, he discovered that he was sleeping much better, waking up with significantly more energy, and feeling sharper and more focused throughout the entire day. You see, sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It plays an absolutely crucial role in repairing and regenerating your cells, keeping your brain functioning optimally, and maintaining a strong and effective immune system. People who consistently get high-quality sleep tend to have a lower risk of developing serious health conditions like heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. They also tend to maintain healthier weight levels and experience more stable and sustained energy throughout the entire day. If you're not entirely sure whether your own sleep quality is where it ideally should be, ask yourself these simple questions. Do you typically wake up naturally in the morning without the jarring sound of an alarm clock? Do you usually fall asleep within about 20 to 30 minutes of lying down in bed? And do you generally feel alert, focused, and ready to tackle the day's activities in the morning hours? If the answer to these questions is a resounding yes, that's a fantastic and reassuring sign that your sleep quality is excellent. If you find them challenging, please don't ignore it. Making some simple lifestyle changes, such as reducing your caffeine intake, especially in the afternoon and evening. Maintaining a consistent bedtime and wake-up schedule, and ensuring your bedroom environment is cool, quiet, and dark, can all make a remarkably big difference in the quality of your sleep. A well-rested body is a strong and resilient body. When you sleep soundly and sufficiently, you wake up feeling ready to move with energy, think clearly and effectively, and confidently take on whatever the day may bring. And if you are someone who still consistently enjoys quality, restorative sleep, that is a truly powerful indicator that your body is functioning at a very high level and that you have an excellent chance of living a long, healthy, and vibrant life. Final thoughts: as we gently bring this video to a close, take a quiet moment to reflect on how many of these 8 key signs resonated with you. If you found yourself nodding along, recognizing these abilities within yourself, then you are doing far better than you might even realize. Maintaining your strength, your balance, your endurance, your cognitive sharpness, and your quality of sleep well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just a sign of good general health. It's a powerful indication that you are firmly on the right track for a longer, more independent, and more fulfilling life. Sadly, many people simply assume that aging inevitably means a steady decline in all their abilities. But that, my friends, is simply not the full and glorious story. Your incredible body and your amazing mind are both capable of staying strong, resilient, and sharp well into your later years, and these 8 signs are living proof of that remarkable potential. If you can still confidently perform these seemingly simple tasks, it means your muscles are working efficiently, your heart is pumping strong and reliably, your brain is staying sharp and engaged, and your energy levels are effectively supporting your daily activities. In other words, you are not just aging. You are truly thriving. But please remember, even if you noticed a few areas where you feel you could improve, it is absolutely never too late to make positive changes. Strength can be rebuilt, endurance can be improved, balance and memory can be sharpened with consistent effort. Small, deliberate efforts made each and every day can make a profound difference over time, and your incredible body is capable of adapting and responding positively at any age. The key, as always, is to stay active, stay engaged, and keep gently challenging yourself both physically and mentally. So, I'm truly curious, how many of these 8 signs did you recognize in yourself? Which one stood out to you the most? We would absolutely love to hear from you. So, please take a moment right now and leave a comment below, sharing just one thing you learned from this video today and perhaps even how you plan to bring that insight into practice in your own life. Your thoughts and experiences are incredibly important to us, so please don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments truly gives us great motivation and encouragement to continue creating valuable content for you. If you thoroughly enjoyed this video and found it helpful and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and share it with anyone you think might benefit from these insights. Your support truly helps us continue creating high-quality content to inform, inspire, and empower you on your journey to a longer and healthier life. Thanks so much for watching, and we eagerly look forward to seeing you in our next video. Valuable lesson: the key takeaway from these 8 signs is that longevity isn't solely determined by factors outside of your control. While genetics and luck may play a role, your daily habits and your ability to maintain fundamental physical and cognitive functions are powerful indicators of how long and how well you will live. It's a reminder that consistent, small efforts in areas like strength, balance, mobility, cardiovascular health, cognitive engagement, and sleep quality can have a profound and lasting impact on your overall well-being and your chances of living a long and fulfilling life.